Hello and welcome to Fully Charged, coming to you this time from the canals of Amsterdam. Now, we're in a beautiful speedboat, but as you might be able to tell, it's not going. I mean, I can do that sound to make it more realistic if you like. It's silent because it's electric. So Johnny, I thought it's worth us coming down to the east end of Amsterdam.
East side.
East side.
East side.
We're going to meet the East Side Massive because I've wanted to come here for literally years because of what they're doing here is amazing. And this gentleman here is Annie.
I'm looking forward to this. Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Welcome to Amsterdam and welcome to New Electric.
Thank you.
Happy to have you.
Thank you. I know it's taken us a long time to get here, but I'm so pleased we got here now. But everywhere I'm looking, there's just...
It's nice old cars.
Well, I can't tell, because that's an old Jeep, that's an old Volvo.
Absolutely.
But are these are already converted to
Everything's electric here.
Wow.
We started off on boats, and we'll be talking about that, but around 2014, our systems went to school and got certified.
Right.
And then we were able to, submit cars that we converted to the national authority, the Davies, and get them road legal. So the very first car we did was a 1969 Jeep that you have sitting there. That's that
Jeep is
yellow
so
monster.
cool.
It's great.
And close after, we've done Volvos, and since then we've moved on, Jaguars and Citroen DS's, more Volvos inside. Yeah,
It's great. It's
Absolutely.
just a Volvo 240 family
absolutely.
car.
A lot of people come to us and say, I could get a Tesla, but it's a tablet on wheels. I'd love to have a car I know, I like, I want to keep.
Yeah.
But the engine can't take it in town or can't shine, so we make it electric.
Right.
So this is a customer's car that's...
Absolutely. Just was given to us to convert. We put our first Siemens system into it. That's been the basis of all we do. And actually right under the bonnet, you'll see we need all the space, every centimeter, every kilo we can get in there. It's packed with batteries and electric motor systems.
So this car lives in the city here?
Absolutely, yeah.
It still has kids and dogs and whatever
She's a hoot and a
else?
holler to drive, and this one you're not going to be worried too much about the paint because it's chipped already, and it will be again, and it's a city car. And during a day's driving, you can't really empty her in a day in the city. I mean, you'd want to go fast, but you can't really.
Yeah.
She does well on the highway. This is one of our first cars, and we call it a 150-kilometer car.
Right.
So let's call it a 100-mile car.
Yeah.
Which is still, for decent driving, it's fine. You got your Type 2 charging, and in the end, if you really want, you add your fast charge system, and now we have FastNed. In our early days it wasn't there, but now it's there.
Yeah.
And you can do 50 kilowatt charging. So you
You
could
can do 50 kilowatts for
leapfrog
this?
your way through town.
Yeah.
It's just the ultimate upcycling.
This one is amazing. This one is
Because as you say, a 1969 Jeep.
Sure.
I think of this as like the Daisy Duke. Daisy Duke had one of these.
She did.
Sure she did. With
the
screaming.
CJ5, the Willys. It has ridiculous tires. It's not built for efficiency.
No.
We keep the original gearbox and the transfer case, so you can do two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive.
Oh, really? Okay.
She's really, really set up for off-roading.
Yeah.
Because actually you take this one to your 4x4 meet, she goes up the hills like a billy goat.
Right.
You see your modern cars with the V12s looking at it like, and I'm not even touching high-low gearing, I'm in second gear, chatting to people,
And it's just crawling up.
going up the steepest incline.
Wow.
Ridiculously, yeah.
And it's towing.
And it can tow.
Yes,
It's towing.
because the fun thing is Tesla now came out with the Model X that you can get the towing
You
package.
can get the towing pack.
And I'll be honest with you, I mean, it does crap for your range,
Yeah.
but these wheels do crap for your range anyways. But if it originally had a towing hook and it's on its certification, it keeps it when you make it electric.
Right.
And there's no lack of power.
Yeah.
And then for us, because we were into the electric boats, we just had this, I just wanted to show a car that could actually put the boat to water.
Could take the boat to water.
It's a pretty boat.
And this is an
Nice,
electric. This is an electric boat.
So this is a classic boat that you've put 21st century tech into. Just hang on,
Yes,
you can't
that'd be
walk
perfect.
past this.
Oh my God! I didn't see this.
Past.
Look at that!
An XJS with no V12 in it.
Nope.
This is totally up my Strasser.
Ah.
I absolutely love it.
It's
It looks right, it sits right.
Yeah.
It's very original until you lift the bonnet here.
Right. For us, we got away with doing this one. It's a dual motor system. So all these cars and boats you see have single systems.
Right.
Yeah.
And we knew we were kind of graduating to larger diesels that we were replacing. We had to do a dual system, but we're not going to run a tugboat for ourselves. So we said, why not get a Jaguar with a V12? There's enough space.
Yeah.
There's enough axle weight allowances. We'll put a dual motor in, have a beautiful car to show, and I was able to come show it at the Silverstone.
That's
Live.
where I saw
fully
it.
charged live.
You know,
Yeah?
fully
Yeah.
charged live, and that was fantastic to bring our silver Jag,
Yeah, yeah.
Silverstone. It was the first time we showed. It was a fantastic
good,
moment. It was
good.
really nice. It was a great show, by the way. You ran a great show, and this way we have software-wise, it's the same as the tugboat you'll see later.
Right.
So we can, if we have a problem with that, we can load the program here, see what's going on.
Wow.
Hang on. Rewind.
Yeah, sorry.
This is very hard for Johnny.
This is a-
he's
this-
looking at a Jag Extra.
It's a Jaguar road car
Yeah,
that's running a
Tugboat
similar
software.
system.
Yeah.
And so the boat you're developing
Yeah.
has the same brain and the same setup.
yeah. The
Right.
reason being is that we're moving on into a power performance level that
Yeah.
for a car becomes high performance sports play.
Yeah, yeah.
But actually, in town it becomes diesel with a job.
Yeah.
A pusher, a puller, a tugger.
Right.
It's going to be in your 200 to 500 horsepower range.
Right.
And for us to
Wow.
validate, we can't take a boat that has a job and say, well, we'll be working for a year, and if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we needed
It needs to earn its keep.
we needed to validate. But for us, we wanted to have a show car, something
Yeah.
that puts a smile on your face, and you saw
This is great.
This
Yeah.
one will do a burnout,
Right.
on any day of the week.
What a lovely idea.
Yeah.
Burnout is.
So here there's two engines in line that go
Wow.
into an automatic gearbox. It's
Just-
not
Wow.
it's not your most efficient, but it's
Yeah.
the most fun, and
Right.
it's geared for both burnouts and top end drive.
So it's still got the Jag Auto box.
Yeah, we actually upgraded to the next one that they use, the GM box that they use in the big pickup trucks.
Yeah.
They have one that has a gross vehicle weight of 18,000 pounds, but it can take the 650 Newton meters that we're
Of
feeding
torque.
it with.
Right,
of
because you're
torque.
really
Right.
putting a lot
Yeah.
of torque into it. Yeah, it's
So
extraordinary.
This is
yeah,
great.
but
Wow.
it's a beautiful car.
Yeah.
It's a
And,
nice
We were
setup,
very
this.
happy to do it. Yeah.
So we haven't even gone into the garage
I know.
yet. We've already
See that.
seen 3 cars, 2 boats.
There you go. Now
Some
we've,
very
we've
cool
of
stuff.
course trotted out all the toys, but this is where the magic happens.
Wow.
This is where we've been here since late 2014. Any car thing that we have here is generally something where we're trying to push the envelope. So it'll have a new battery, a new motor, a type of car we haven't seen yet. If there's things we have done before, we try and find partners that either know the type of vehicle
Yeah.
and have a setup, have the passionatos for it. Because in the end, we're about the batteries and the motors. For
Yeah.
me,
Your drivetrain.
it's a drivetrain,
Yeah.
and an
Yeah.
electric drivetrain, a battery and a motor, it's a solution looking for a problem. You can
Yeah.
basically make everything better.
Yeah.
Take out the engine and make it better.
Yeah.
So we don't try and do things often, even though in the end we should start doing that because maybe we'd make some money. But we try and push the envelope.
Right.
We have a nice setup that works for commercial applications now. We're going to try and have the thing that we need 3 years from now, but start building it now. So anybody
Right.
that's here, they know you're basically tying into a development, not
Yeah.
into a full product.
Right, yeah.
And then if you find us in something we've done before, we have a different location outside of town. That's where we'll try and start making some numbers.
Right,
you know?
right.
We've got some very cool boxes on the floor.
Yeah,
And
this is actually a system, it's going for EMC, so electric magnetic conformity testing at the laboratories.
yeah.
Here on the mainland, we're not quite as easygoing as they are in the UK for the MOT of a car.
Yeah.
Basically, they will bombard this system with all megahertz radiations known to man and see if you get any effects on your RPMs.
Interference. And
Then they'll take an antennae and do it the other way around, see if
See
you
what
can
it's
get
emitting.
grandma's pacemaker to go
Yeah.
haywire.
yeah.
Once you get a certification, that means you're allowed to put it in a car. And this one is made to do classic Fiat 500s.
Wow.
So it's a bolting kit. This goes into the rear frame. The bolts are already there. You don't need to cut into the car. You can just bolt it right in. This
Wow.
one goes in the front. And you got your Fiat 500 on a pallet, ready, done.
It is a Fiat 500 on
This
a
is
pallet.
it.
Yeah.
Why did I sell my Fiat 500 a couple of years ago?
Oh, God.
You have
Yeah.
to pick up one again. So the
Yeah.
Fiat 500, the Audi Bianchi, there's a few that are made on that same
126.
subframe. Yeah, so and it'll just bolt right in. And so we'll have the certification. Then the second part being that when we convert a car, we have to do what's called the R100. It's the electrical safety.
Yeah.
Basically, we put it in a car and we submit it to the authorities, and they'll start poking with, they call it the electric finger. They'll see, can we get high voltage anywhere on the frame of the
Right.
car?
Yeah.
Did you do your P's and Q's? And if the system's on but you can't hear it, but you're opening the door, you need a buzzer. If somebody plugs in the thing, but the car is on, you're not allowed to drive. So there's some logic
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
that tests. We've done probably 45 of these motors in all different boats, cars, dual motor systems. Haven't had a single one come back.
Wow, okay.
We've had battery issues. We've had all kinds of 12-volt gremlins.
Yeah.
We've had all kinds, but these motors.
The motor's
it's
solid.
The shaft.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's very
It's
simple,
done.
isn't it? Yeah.
It gets hot. You let it cool off.
The
There's
water's
tug.
just there.
I know, there's
Let's
water
go.
I
here.
didn't realise the water was just behind this door. So if you step out here and
There you
take
go.
2 steps, you're in the
So
drink.
there's- oh my
Welcome to
God.
the harbour.
Now, this
Yeah,
is
step
good.
aboard,
This is
gents.
not something we do regularly on
No.
Fully Charged.
I know.
Get on tugs. It's great.
I don't think I've ever been on a tow. Look at the towing eye on this.
I know.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
This boat is certified for a 100-ton combination weight. So
100
the, yeah, so the
tons?
boat itself is 12 tons as she sits.
Wow.
But
God,
you can take a barge that's up to 80, 85 tons full of stuff. That's the job of this boat, is to
and it
bring
can tug that along. Wow.
building
So-
materials into town,
Right.
but do it electric, autonomously within town at town speeds.
Yeah.
And then once the building materials have been brought, offsetting a lot of truck movements,
Yeah.
one single tug can actually, in a single building yard, they've done a study, 900 truck movements can be done by a single tug bringing barges to and fro all
Right.
day.
Oh my goodness, wow.
And
That's
the roads are overtaxed and the water is at this moment underutilized.
Right.
This motor goes through a 2.7 reduction
Yeah.
down to the diesel shaft, and it has a
Right.
dual clutch. And then it goes through a marine reverse system that has another 3 times reduction.
Oh my goodness.
So 300 newton meters times 2.7 times 3, we're well over 2,000 newton meters to the prop.
Whoa.
I see. I
So
see.
our
Right.
bollard proof, what they call the tug, it's a tugboat. They do
Tugability.
and then
Yeah.
I'm not nautical enough.
I'm not nautical.
So in this, just to say, by this, I've got a partner. I do New Electric. We do New Electric Marine together.
Right.
He's been a boat builder for 40 years.
Right.
Everybody that talks to me will know and understand. I know an electric motor. I know a battery. But we had this one in our little yard at the other end of the shop. I was standing next to. I feel like when iron gets this thick,
Yes.
and shafts get like that.
Yeah.
I know nothing. So I really
Yeah, it's
need
big
partners,
chunky
you know?
stuff.
Well,
I
what
mean,
a
you can see
great-
it down there. There's
I
some
know,
big
it's
chunky
just,
bits down
what
there.
a great
aren't
project.
Yeah,
What a
no,
great
amazing.
thing.
we're very proud and happy to do this. For us, this is like the pinnacle of what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's saying we've gone through toys.
Yeah.
We've made old cars that would let you down into daily drivers.
Yeah.
We've made an XJS that's a dual motor system and it'll burn out all day long. But now we're graduating to diesels that have a job
Yeah.
and offsetting actual CO2 in particular
Yeah.
matter in town. We kind of won an award doing this, and we're kind of getting a little social push because now there's some relevance to
Right.
this,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah. I can just see beautiful, shiny.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, that is,
Glinting varnish.
isn't it stunning?
We kind of thought we can't have you in Amsterdam and not take you in town.
Whoa.
And I wanted to, bring my esteemed guest in the nicest
Now,
electric style
that is
possible.
now
just
that's
ridiculously
that's a
beautiful.
working boat. This is
Yeah.
luxury, old school.
She's a thing of beauty,
Oh,
but at
yeah.
the same time, she holds down a job.
Right.
She pays her way. This is our launching customer. Originally, I'd done a speedboat. I was one of the first on YouTube to go electric water skiing
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it was our original claim. I wanted to prove it was done.
It was possible.
And we did it. And the guy that sat in that boat, one of the guys said, I want this. And I
Right.
said, great, because I need to sell it. So I literally took the stuff out of that boat. It survived my first project, and I found this boat for him. He said, I want a limousine boat
This
that I
is-
can pick up customers like from the Grand and bring them to the Harbor Club. Find me a boat.
This is just the prettiest
Isn't it
Isn't
nice,
it
though?
stunning? Isn't it
motorboat.
stunning?
It's just, it's pure class.
So can we go out in it?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Can we?
Yeah, let's
I've
let's
not
get
been
in.
in a boat like this maybe ever.
So actually, the boat was built in 2006, but along the lines of a hackercraft, a 1920s Palm Bay runabout.
You feel, as soon as you sit down in it, you
Yeah.
feel, I feel slightly overprivileged.
Right.
Yeah.
This
No,
is great.
It's the lap of luxury, but at the same time, the big difference being it was built as a diesel.
So it was a diesel, it wasn't even a petrol engine.
It
Wow.
was a diesel engine, and it was made. They wanted to start a new brand called Nedcraft, and then the 2008 recession came along,
Right.
and there was just no market for it, and it sat in a warehouse, and we found it, and we were able to convert it to electric. The big difference being, while we sat here, I've turned it on.
Have
It's
you?
running
Oh, you're
right
kidding?
now.
It's
and
on
it,
now.
And it doesn't need warming up.
No, it's all ready to go.
We need to just stop
Engage
talking
and-
and start.
we do, we
She
need
goes,
to get
yeah.
going.
What, do you drive a boat?
Absolutely.
Do you drive a boat?
I think you can drive the boat.
Skipper in
I
a
think
boat.
one of these you drive.
This is the coolest boat.
This is the coolest
I mean,
boat
it's
I've ever been on.
Just that bonnet
It's amazing.
And I'm pretty sure you don't call it a bonnet on a boat, but
Sure.
That's what it looks like.
The
yeah.
deck.
front engine, nice, you know, teak bonnet.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just beautiful.
So where is the actual? Is the motor in front of us?
The electric motor's right in front of us.
So that's
hear it.
running at
Yeah.
driving as a drive
It's
shaft
driving,
underneath.
and there's a marine reverse, so we can go forward reverse because
Right.
the Series DC motor likes to turn one way, otherwise you're running into the brush.
Yes, yes.
And then just proper shaft down to the back. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
so there's a slight reduction. So the motor, because the electric motors like to run a little faster.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they have to make their power, the kilowatts, have to come either from amps or volts. The faster you're running, the more you can get your power from the volts.
Yes.
Right.
At the lower speed, you have to get it all from the amps, and
Amps.
they make the heat
Yes.
Yeah.
and the inefficiency. So we
Yeah.
want to generally, for water application, you want some kind of reduction.
Yeah.
Now we already had reductions with the motors that we're replacing, so often we just work onto the marine reverse that's there.
I see. Right. You don't
Or
have to replace
we've
that.
done, custom belt systems like in the tugboat, where
Yeah.
we're saying, hey, we want to bring things down to a specific gearing,
Yeah.
and then we develop that way.
I'm just watching your little readout.
It's
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a tiny
So this
amount
is the
of
amps
energy.
that we're
Just
using.
4
So
amps.
it's 4 amps at 288 volts.
Wow.
So we're under a kilowatt.
I mean,
A little
4
over a kilowatt, sorry.
4 amp draw right
Yeah.
now, and we're going. This is walking pace.
This is walking
This
distance.
is
Yeah,
fast
we're-
walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a fast walk.
Yeah, this is a fast walk.
Yeah.
Limanac.
And so this boat has a little bit over 30 kilowatt hours. And we're
Yeah.
using around about a kilowatt, a little over 1 now. So we could run for 24 hours at this speed.
So that's on a river where you have restrictions
Yeah.
anyway.
Anyways, exactly.
I mean-
so that leaves, a 12, a 16-hour day is already more than you're going to do. So that leaves
Yeah.
a little bit of time for the power moment
Yeah.
if you want it.
I have to say, I feel pretty special on it. Do you?
Oh yeah. No. It's
Because it's a
very-
beautiful, classic-looking
Yeah.
thing anyway.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. You go under so you're in a boat on a canal, then you go under a bridge,
Yeah.
and then you suddenly hear the engine, don't you?
Oh,
When you, in
the echo.
Right.
You would hear, if this
Generally-
was a diesel boat, you'd suddenly be,
The thing
you'd
is,
hear
the
it
boat-
echoing. Nothing on
the
this.
engine
at
that
all.
was originally in this, it would be reverberating back at you.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, at stationary RPMs, it's already going a little bit faster than you want it to.
Yeah.
And it's upsetting your balance moment.
It does. It's
So you
that-
can't have this conversation.
No.
It's like leaning on a washing machine a little bit, isn't
Probably,
it? You're getting
very
that-
much so, very much. And look, we're getting some of it because here, instead of a belt, we're using a marine reverse, so there's a bit of a flywheel,
There's sort of
there's a bit of a
there's
mechanical.
gears going, but it doesn't feel the
but
same.
it's-
Yeah.
It's
And
more,
I like
it's-
it that when you do something, it feels like something's happening.
Yeah.
There's actually, because,
Yeah.
this would probably be the moment to slightly
I can get used to
illegal.
this.
That is, isn't that
Oh, it's just slick.
extraordinary?
Yeah, this is slick. It's just so nice.
Just,
Wow.
just amazing.
Sorry, wasn't me.
So who's Tubbs and who's Crockett? We need to establish that. All right. And it's not Miami. It's Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Vice.
Slightly illegal speed.
Yes.
That is amazing, though, Annie. That is just incredible to feel that.
And look, I want this boat to last forever, but probably that motor will outlast the boat. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, we can replace a brush with the bearings and this basic system. It's copper and magnetic energy being
Yeah.
induced into its core, so there's nothing going to happen there.
And then you're going to build another one for yourself.
Very much so, because now I've found out, like, I'm building great stuff for other people, but my kids are finally old enough to go water skiing.
Right.
And I didn't have a boat anymore because I'd sold it off because I put the boat in another
Daddy's got to
system.
make some money somehow.
Yeah, so now, and now we're coming into the second phase of electrics where we can start not only reusing boats and cars by making them electric, but we can take electric boats and cars that have crashed or
Right.
done their first thing or gone out of lease.
Yeah.
And so I'll
Engine
be building
damage,
the
yeah.
boat with reused electric
Reused
components.
electric, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
So that's
yeah.
the other side of cradle to cradle that we can now get into. So we're using Tesla batteries, we're using Nissan batteries.
Yeah.
We're
There's a lot of that going on.
We're repurposing the motors. There's racing happening with Tesla motors.
Yeah.
The first generation Nissan Leaf, they're the most built EV, most sold EV.
Yeah.
Norway is a slippery country. You know, I didn't want anybody to get hurt, but I'm
There's a
very
lot to help.
happy.
I've just worked that out. Sorry, I was going.
Sorry, I needed it. Yeah, but in my world,
There's a
that
few.
matters.
There's a few.
Winter in
Yeah.
Norway means
Yeah.
bonanza of parts. You
Yeah,
know?
it does,
And,
it
and the
does.
car that's out there mostly is the
It's
Nissan
the
Leaf.
Leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, together with all the nerds and stuff, there's aftermarket, you know, vehicle control units
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
We can get those stuff. We can start putting them in.
It's-
And for us, there's always going to be the side where we're trying to learn from the OEMs and repurpose their stuff, retro engineer their stuff.
Yeah.
And then there will be a commercial side. Look, for the tugboat, for the towing cars we're doing some trucks now, full 10-ton trucks.
Oh, yeah.
I need to do stuff that's factory new. So we're importing our batteries from China. We're Siemens solution partner, so we're getting Siemens motors.
Yeah.
And those things I can give warranties on and even, you know, transcribe my serial number warranties. That's because, yeah, I'm a small company and they
Yeah.
got a big trucking company. They want to know that, you know, me and my big mouth go south.
Yeah.
They still have, you know, something to claim against. So there, for the commercial side, we'll always use, you know, factory new stuff
Yeah.
and then repurpose their vehicles. But, you know, we're builder nerds at heart, so
Yeah.
we want to be part of, you know, sticking Nissan Leafs and speedboats and see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
You know, it's just too much fun not to do.
I love this notion.
Yeah.
Wonder if you could fit it in a coracle. Remember?
What's a coracle? I don't know.
Coracle.
A coracle is a round,
A cylindrical
leather
boat with no
boat
rudder.
With no rudder.
Ah.
It would be quite a challenge.
Was it for just like basic
Just for
fishing?
going out fishing?
It
yeah.
was. You couldn't really control it.
No. You paddle it and you go around in a circle. It's very hard.
Can I please have a
No one-
Nissan Leaf 30 kilowatt
Coracle.
coracle?
Coracle. No one's done an Atlantic crossing in a coracle.
No, because it would be it would be the most awkward route
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
What's that guy doing?
Very busy on the phone.
That's my advice.
Yes.
Right there.
And this is the other nice thing about electric, because you have so much power at low torque, you can just kind of
just zip
slowly
it in.
sideways yourself in. Otherwise you're plunk, diesel,
gonna
diesel,
say,
diesel,
that
plunk,
was-
diesel, diesel, diesel.
Yes, of course.
And
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
even a good skipper, but it makes you look
It
good.
makes you look good. It's true.
So I don't know what to tie off to at the
Now
back.
I'll come to
You'll
the
ti-
front.
okay.
A new regular thing, fully charged floaters.
Fully floaters.
Yeah. There you go, son.
Thank you very much.
I'll just move my captain's chair for you.
There we go.
Who doesn't like a captain's chair? Could I just say, look,
That is
you know,
just the
business
most-
at the front, party at the rear.
Yeah.
It's basically the chair form of mullets. It's really,
It's the mullet chair.
it's great. It's great.
See you guys.
Okay.
Out of here.
Bravo. Bravo.
Anyway, well, I think that's fair to say that's God, that's all we got time for.
Oh, it's pungent.
That is the pungent smell of burning rubber. We've had an amazing time here. Annie had to go and make tea for his kids. He's late. We've kept him much too long. We want to thank all the guys at New Electric here in Amsterdam. We've had an amazing day, amazing cars, amazing boats, tugs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just incredible. What they're doing here is incredible. So that's been really good. So anyway, please do subscribe to Fully Charged. Please press the dingy bell
Dinghy
button
bell.
thing, which
The
is up
dinghy
there.
bell.
It's over there.
Yes, yes.
Dinghy
If
bell
you
button.
liked it, press like. Once again, if you have, thank you for
Watching.